A big mistake. Fejiro was a young, handsome, and wealthy man living in Asaba, Delta State, Nigeria. He loved to flirt with different girls in the city. His friends, Mike and Johnson, encouraged him to keep doing it. They even joined him in flirting with girls. But not all of Fejiro's friends agreed with his behavior. Akpos and Emobo warned him to stop flirting with many girls. They told him to find one girl and be committed to her. Fejiro didn't listen to their advice. He got angry with Akpos and Emobo and stopped talking to them. Years passed and Fejiro started thinking about getting married. He went to his village, Ejiro, and his mother found a nice village girl named Ejiro for him. They got married and Fejiro brought Ejiro back to Asaba. At first, Ejiro was shy and quiet. She didn't know much about city life. But as time passed, she started to change. Ejiro began to enjoy city life. She made new friends and started going out to parties. She would come home late and Fejiro would get angry. He told her to stop going out so much, but she wouldn't listen. Ejiro started to disobey Fejiro and wouldn't do her wifely duties anymore. Fejiro was confused and didn't know what to do. He started to complain to his friends about Ejiro's behavior. Mike and Johnson told Fejiro to be patient that Ejiro would change. But Akpos and Emobo laughed at Fejiro. They reminded him of how he used to flirt with many girls and how he didn't listen to their advice. They told him that he should have been committed to one girl in Asaba who truly loved him. Now Fejiro was facing the consequences of his actions. Akpos and Emobo asked him if he remembered a girl named Obianiberi who truly loved him. Fejiro remembered Obianiberi and how he had hurt her. He realized that he had made a big mistake by not committing to her. Fejiro started to think about Obianiberi and how he had treated her. He wondered what would have happened if he had married her instead of Ejiro. He felt sorry for how he had hurt Obianiberi and wished he could go back in time. But it was too late now. Fejiro had to deal with the problems he was facing with Ejiro. He didn't know what to do, but he knew he had to make a change. Fejiro's friend told him to be strong and fight for his marriage. But Fejiro was tired of fighting. He didn't know if he could continue living with Ejiro. Fejiro's life was becoming more and more stressful. He didn't know how to deal with Ejiro's behavior. He started to avoid going home, hoping that Ejiro would change on her own. But things only got worse. Ejiro started to spend more and more money, buying expensive clothes and jewelries. Fejiro's business was suffering, and he couldn't afford to keep up with Ejiro's spending habits. One day, Fejiro received a call from his mother asking him to come to the village. She told him that she was worried about him and wanted to talk to him about his marriage. Fejiro went to the village, hoping to find some answers. His mother sat him down and told him that she had made a mistake by arranging his marriage to Ejiro. She said that Ejiro was not a good wife and that Fejiro deserved better. Fejiro's mother told him that she had seen the way Ejiro was treating him and that she was ashamed. She asked Fejiro to forgive her for her mistake and to think about what he wanted to do next. Fejiro was torn. A part of him wanted to leave Ejiro and start a new life, but another part of him felt guilty for even thinking about it. As Fejiro was leaving the village, he ran into Obianiberi, the girl he had hurt years ago. She looked happy and fulfilled, and Fejiro couldn't help but feel a pang of regret. He realized that he had made a mistake by letting her go and that he still had feelings for her. Obianiberi smiled at him and asked how he was doing. Fejiro didn't know what to say, but he knew that he wanted to talk to her more. Can we talk? Fejiro asked Obianiberi, feeling a sense of hope that he hadn't felt in a long time. Obianiberi agreed, and they sat down under a tree, ready to talk about the past and the future. Fejiro didn't know what would happen next, but he knew that he was ready to face any challenge. Fejiro and Obianiberi sat under the tree, surrounded by the peaceful sound of nature. They looked at each other, and Fejiro could see the questions in Obianiberi's eyes. He took a deep breath and began to tell her everything about his marriage to Ejiro, about her behavior, and about how he was feeling trapped and unhappy. Obianiberi listened attentively, her expressions sympathetic. When Fejiro finished talking, she took his hand in hers. "I'm so sorry, Fejiro," she said. "I had no idea things were this bad." Fejiro felt a lump form in his throat as he looked at Obianiberi. He had forgotten how good it felt to have someone listen to him, someone who truly cared. "I was wrong to let you go, Obianiberi," he said, his voice shaking. "I realize now that you were the one who truly loved me." Obianiberi's eyes filled with tears as she looked at Fejiro. "I did love you, Fejiro," she said, "and I still do." Fejiro's heart skipped a bit as he heard Obianiberi's words. Could it be true? Could Obianiberi still love him after all these years? Fejiro's mind was racing with questions and emotions. He didn't know what to do, but he knew he wanted to spend more time with Obianiberi. He asked her if she would like to go for a walk with him, and she agreed. As they walked through the village, Fejiro felt a sense of peace and happiness that he hadn't felt in years. He knew he still had a lot to figure out, but for the first time in a long time, he had felt hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, he could find happiness again with the one person who had always truly loved him. Fejiro and Obianiberi's work turned into a daily routine. They would spend hours talking, laughing, and reflecting about old times. Fejiro felt like he had found a part of himself that he thought was lost forever. He realized he still had strong feelings for Obianiberi, and he could see that she felt the same way. As the days turned into weeks, Fejiro knew he had to make a decision. He couldn't keep living a lie with Ejiro, and he couldn't keep pretending that he didn't have feelings for Obianiberi. He decided to file for divorce from Ejiro, and he knew it wouldn't be easy. The divorce process was messy and painful, but Fejiro knew it was necessary. He and Obianiberi grew closer, and their love for each other continued to grow. Finally, the divorce was finalized, and Fejiro was free to start a new life with Obianiberi. Fejiro and Obianiberi got married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by friends and family. They spent their honeymoon traveling the world, enjoying each other's company and making up for lost times. Years later, Fejiro and Obianiberi were still deeply in love. They had built a life together that they were grateful for every moment they spent together. Fejiro had finally found his happiness, and he knew that he owed it all to Obianiberi, the woman who had always loved him for who he was. As they sat on their couch, holding hands and watching the sunsets, Fejiro turned to Obianiberi and said, "I am so grateful for that day I ran into you in the village. You changed my life, and I will always be grateful for your love." Obianiberi smiled, and her eyes sparkled with tears. "I will always love you, Fejiro," she said, "forever and always," and they hugged. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful story. Drop a comment about the story or lessons learned from this interesting story. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your bell notification so you get notified when an amazing story like this drops. See you in the next video.